All right, everybody, it's Farrell. I have my friend Jenny.
Hi, guys.
And my friend Misty. And this show is called Glimpse, and we thought we would bring Misty around because, Misty, you are a...
psychic medium.
Which means...
I can see dead people.
Wow.
Like that little kid on that show.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense, right?
Yeah.
Is there a sixth sense? Is that what it is?
Kinda, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But if it's two psychic medium, that would make 7 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I actually have a lot because I can see them and I can hear them and I can feel them. Just depending on what they want. It's depending on them. It's different with every spirit. So sometimes
It's so confusing.
It probably depends on how they can communicate as well,
how they want to.
or how they choose to.
Yeah.
So like when you hear people say that they've been poked or they've had their hair pulled or something, that's a way they communicate. They're like, hey, we're here. Or how does that work?
That's completely different kind of a spirit, but that.
Oh, they're weirdos.
Well,
Dude, be
that's
respectful.
different.
You're in the house of quite a few dead
That's
people, so they're going to
different,
poke you in the face is what's going to happen.
That's not going to happen today.
Of course not. Alrighty, well, me for one, I'm extremely skeptical. I mean, I've talked to Misty before, and she's told me some things that make me think, well, maybe, but I mean...
You told me I'm legit. Oh.
I don't know about that. We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So why don't we just walk around some places? Jen knows quite a bit of the history of Union Station.
I don't know any.
So, yeah, that's what I say. So we can walk around and we can talk about what you pick up on, and Jen can say, well, this, or no, that, or that, and we'll put you to the test, so to speak.
Great.
All right, it's going to be fun.
Here we go. Okay, guys, so we are down here at the Union Station here in Ogden, and I am going to accompany Misty and Farrell. We're going to go through the Union Station to different parts, and right now we're outside the Browning Theater. So we're going to take Misty in and see if we can actually get some ideas of what may or may not be going on here in the theater. So it's dark in here, so hopefully we'll have enough light so you don't trip and fall and bonk your
Why
noggin.
is it the ghosts only show up in the dark?
They don't.
Well,
They
then why does it
don't.
have to be dark? Turn the light
Because
on.
the freaking lights aren't on. That's not my control. It's a building. The janitor didn't do it.
All right.
It doesn't have to be
I do
dark.
readings in the light, so I don't know.
Like,
Farrell, things happen all day long, every day. You don't
it's like
have to be
ghosts
dark.
magically don't show up when the lights come on. I don't get it.
That's
All
a
right.
lie. Okay,
Enough
let's
of
go.
this nonsense. Let's go.
Okay, guys, so this is just a big open room. There's nothing to bunk into unless, Farrell falls on his face from tripping over his own feet. Okay, so Misty, I'm going to just get your impressions. You just do what you do, and I'll just kind of pipe in if I have questions or...
Well, instantly when we walked in, I actually saw a man in uniform cross this way. So I don't know. Sorry, it's really bright, but lights. I'm like,
Do you want to move forward this way?
sorry.
And we're over?
I'm just trying to see if I can get any kind of. Yeah, can we just go this way? Just a
let's keep
little
going
bit?
this way.
You walk, Misty. I'll just follow you.
Okay. Anything that's stuck here is earthbound, and that's just lower level. It doesn't mean anything like evil or anything. I don't really believe in that, but they're just lower level. They're stuck here. That can just happen by either you kind of create that, or it can happen kind of by accident. They don't know. But there's definitely a man in uniform that's stuck here. There's a lot of stuff stuck in this building, actually. Stuff that doesn't want me to necessarily even be in here. That's why I'm feeling sick. But
Can I ask you, when you say stuck in here, what does that mean? When you said they
haven't
may not
crossed
be
over.
aware. Okay, but is it because they choose to stay here because they are unaware that they can leave?
it can be both. Sometimes, stubbornness or something, you can create that, or sometimes it happens where they don't even realize it. Sorry, do you know if there was any hangings?
Not to my
here?
knowledge, no. Not to my
And
knowledge.
also, I do know that the last time I was here, I did smell a lot of fire, and I did mention that to you. Sorry, and there's also some kids running this way.
Let's go up on the stage. Are you
Yeah.
okay to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay. Farrell, there's stairs, so please don't hurt yourself.
Why am I always going to fall up the stairs? I probably will, actually.
Yeah, there's some kids running across the stage up here.
I'll probably trip over them.
I'm gonna hold your arm so I don't fall, just because I'm clumsy.
Okay, so you're talking about children. What's
Yeah.
going on with that?
So, kids, yeah, they don't mean to be stuck here, which makes me sad, which makes me want to come here and make them all go home, which I don't know if they'd let me do, but I want to do it. Oh, there's a bunch of kids here. Was there some kind of a school or something at one point in this building? Was there some kind of a school?
Again,
Or-
not to my knowledge, not historically.
Can you tell me why there's a bunch of kids? There's a bunch of kids that are here that are stuck here. I mean, like a group of kids, probably like 5 or 6 kids that are running off this way.
Do you have any names that are coming up with these children?
They're darker skinned children. I know that. African American children?
All of them?
Yes.
Male, female?
Both.
Okay.
And ragged clothing too. I am getting. I wish I had a pen and paper. I should have brought one. I don't know if you can remember this for me, just in case. An Adeline or something like that. An Adeline, one of the little girls is saying. I don't know if this is her name or just a name that she's telling me. I don't think that they were in the fire, though. I feel like that they were not in this building, but is there something that was below the building?
You know, there are tunnels that run under 25th Street, and we don't know if there's a connection for the Union Station specifically. So what was here before the Union Station, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, you know, there could have been a lot of different things that we talk about. As paranormal investigators, we talk about things being connected to land, people, or things. So I guess it is possible that they may have been here prior to whatever the Union Station was, and then they just are here now.
Sorry, I'm going to ask. Have you had anything like that before of what I'm talking about when you've done this?
Yes, we actually have a lot of childlike activity up here. We've caught audible giggles. We've had little footsteps and playful types of activity up here, yes.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't realize that they're even stuck here. It makes me really upset. Very playful. If you were to probably put some balls up here, you would probably get a lot of activity with ball rolling.
Yeah, we've had some toys up here before. We use these little devices to try and have them play with the devices so we can see if their energy is
Yeah.
up here. We've had some toys and candy and things that have been offered to the kids.
Yeah.
So we're very aware that they are playful, but whether or not they knew that they should be here or not, we didn't have any idea.
They don't.
So here's a question. You say you put like candy or a ball or something down. What is the purpose of that? To see if it would if they could move it or touch it or what's...
Yeah, that literally is the reason for it. We put usually an energy detector down in between those items so that if they want to play with the ball, they can do whatever they want with it. We look for movement. That's part of what we do as paranormal investigators, is try and prove that. So we would like mark where the ball is, and then if the ball rolls or moves, then we'd be like, okay, so that just rolled or moved. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to see a ghost come and pick the ball up and chuck it across the room. No. It's just more of an offering to let them know that we're here to play with them if that's what they want from us, because we don't know what they want from us or if they need anything. So
you mentioned there was kids. When we first come in, she said there was also somebody in uniform. What are you getting with that?
There was a male, and he walked that way, so I'm not sure when I walked in, and he did not give me such a playful feeling when I came in. Actually, he made me feel really sick. So more of a lower level feeling with him is not so welcome as a presence as the kids. So
does he have anything to do with the children? Do you know, or is it he just happens to be here the same?
just in the building.
does he know about them, to your knowledge?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
do they
They're-
know
they're
of
all-
each other?
Oh, they're all aware. Yeah, for
They all
sure.
know each other. So they're on like the same plane as far as, or the same level of,
Yeah, he's just at a different, like a lower vibration than the kids.
okay. Okay. So I'm going to actually,
I have a
go
feeling
ahead.
we'll see him again because he wandered off. So
Okay. Actually, I want to head back that way because actually we're going to kind of go around this way because I have a inclination as to who you may be talking about. So let's go down this way, okay?
Hey, it's the front runner.
That's not a ghost train. That's a real front runner train. Don't get scared.
Everybody knows it's a ghost train. It's glowing green.
That's so true, right? You're so full of Do you watch way too much Scooby-Doo, dude? All right, so anything in here?
Other than that uncomfortable, sick feeling, no, not as far as people. But I don't feel well. I know. What goes through that door right there? Sorry.
Actually, I'm not sure what's on the other side of that door. I don't know.
I don't know why I'm being pulled. Is there something that loops around? Goes.
Well, I don't know. Let's walk down here, and
Walk
I
through
don't
there
think
and
we
see.
can get into that
Oh, no,
door.
there's no-
Yeah, that I never really accessed that door, so I'm going to say that I won't have access to it now, and I don't want to set off an alarm. So tell me about right here, maybe. Those are real people over there, just so you know.
On the other side of this room is the model railroads, right?
I don't know that it might. I don't know.
Anyway,
to be
sorry.
honest.
Yeah, I
I
don't
really
know.
don't know. We'd have to find out.
Is that what that's over there?
I'm not for sure. I'm just assuming. The Railroad Museum, I'm assuming. I don't know, though.
I don't know. We'd have to find out.
Okay.
I don't have any clue.
I feel like that's where he's pulling me, is on the other side of this door. That the man in uniform. Middle age, not older. Maybe around 30, 40s.
Any name
White male.
associated with him?
I feel like there's an E-name connection, but not a first name. And I don't know why he's pulling me this way. I wish we could go back there because he's
Okay.
really pulling
Well, let's
me
go
that
around
way.
this
So
way, and
don't
I
know
might
if
be
there's
able
a
to
way that we
see
can
what's on the
see.
other side. Let's go this way. So I'm thinking that this area where she was referring to is actually the back end of the railroad museum. This right here is the maze, where you can go through the maze and see like all the small replicas of all the trains and where the routes used to be. Let me see if I can access this door. Nope. Let me see if we can go
I
around
think
this way.
he's connected somehow
Hey,
to
Jen,
Yeah?
she said she somehow thinks he's connected to that room right there.
To the maze room?
He's in that room a lot. Somehow he's connected me, pulling me into that area. Do you know if he's in that room a lot? Have you heard?
Actually,
area?
we do have the reports of a man, may or may not be in uniform, that tends to like to be in the train museum all over and in the theater. So that's why it's interesting for me to hear you say that, because when he's like roaming around, we have had activity in the museum, the maze part, but it's been more childlike, like running footsteps, like they're running and playing. I'm wondering if we go this way, if we can actually access the railroad museum.
He was pulling me from the stage to that room, so I think he likes to go back from that stage room to that room.
So this is a maze in here, so it's just a series of kind of zigzag stuff. Watch your hips, because there are some displays that kind of poke out.
Is this open?
Yeah.
Where are you showing me?
Right in here?
Where does this open at?
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant is this part open. No, this is all
place or
display.
something?
It's all display.
Is there like a place in here, like a...
No, not to my knowledge, unless, I mean,
there
obviously
is-
there's a way to get into it, but not that I can
And
access.
I don't know if it's here or not for sure, but I know there's like a workshop where they do the maintenance on these trains and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I think I don't know if it's here. It's right here. It's right here.
Oh.
But it's locked.
Oh.
I was going to say, I don't think I have a way to get into that.
Okay, well, I think he's Ben
Oh, yeah, it's locked right
I think
there.
he misses inside here, and this is where some of the noise comes in.
But yeah, there's like
Sorry.
there's like a,
It's a workshop.
like a little workshop for the model,
Oh,
to
there is.
maintain all this stuff. Yeah, right down in there. Matter of fact, you can kind of see some of the
Oh, yeah,
wires
you
and
can.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, well, there's some of, I think, where your noise is coming from. Is him in there.
So is he one of the builders? Was he, I mean, is that just a safe place for him? Like, why would he spend time here?
He less likes it, he says.
Oh.
He likes the trains.
And still no name?
Just an E-name connection is all he gave me.
Just
I don't
an E.
know, but I don't get, that's not a first name, I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, I've never, I mean, we've had, like I said, we've had activity in and around here with more like footsteps and children sounds, like tugs on your shirt, that kind of thing, but not anything to speak to a male. But over in this other portion, there's definitely, in fact, sometimes people feel physically pushed, like, get out of my way, you know, like not mean, but just like, dude, you're in my space.
Because he was pulling me from here, there, to the
Back
same
around?
area. Yeah.
So that is, you know, as far as some of our paranormal activity that we've experienced in this other room, people feel the shoves. People do feel like there may be a male energy, and then it does continue over to the stage area and on that platform area where we were. So, but I would love a name.
I didn't know that this even.
Yeah, I had no idea.
that's-
Yeah, we've never accessed that.
Bill and I were in here doing something one day, and we just stumbled across. We're like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bench down there. I mean, it's with the magnifying glass
Oh,
and all
cool.
the tools for working on the stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
He
awesome.
just enjoys this stuff. I don't even think he wants to go at this point.
Is he-
Eventually he will, but he doesn't want to at this point.
Is he
says.
connected to the railroad? Like, did he work on the railroad
Yeah, and I
perhaps?
think that actually, the way that I'm feeling, I think that there was an accident with one of the trains. You know how I was feeling that, I was kind of wondering about the hanging thing? I think something happened or an accident happened, and that's why I was feeling that tightness from what he's making me feel, and I think that's why he likes this area so much with the trains.
Any type of time frame with that?
From his uniform, it's older. The type of hat that I'm seeing is the shape of hat is that triangle, diamond-looking hat. What is that? 40s, 50s kind of era,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
I'm thinking. You said triangle. I'm thinking a pirate hat. I don't know.
She didn't say patch on a
I could
peg
probably
leg, dude.
pull up a picture to show you what I'm thinking, maybe, or draw
Okay,
it.
actually, there's some uniforms that are on display over here. I want to take you over there and
Okay.
see if you can kind of pick out maybe one of the eras.
I usually have a notebook when I do it, and I should have brought one.
That's crazy. You picked up there was something there because I never even knew there was anything there until one day we just stumbled upon it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was there, so that's pretty cool.
Spirit.
So just maybe anything around in here. This is just some of the displays and stuff. Some pictures, some photos of old stuff,
Let's see. Let's find that.
passenger car stuff. There's some photos of staff right here, it looks like. There's a bunch of photos as far as like the,
It's not a roundish hat that he has on.
so it may not be railroad, then it could be,
He's
Army
in the
or-
service, but something happened. An accident happened on the railroad tracks.
so if something happened on the tracks, why is he here? Wouldn't he be on the tracks if that's where, like how does that work?
No, because he's still, it's to this area that he's attracted to. Was there, we should have put that over where that door was.
I'll try that later.
Okay. No, he just, yeah, no, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be stuck on the tracks. I mean, it's just this area in general, just like the kids that are running around, they didn't die in that area. They're running around the whole area.
Right, but that's one thing that I don't understand as a paranormal investigator. And when we're doing investigations, a lot of times we want to know, why are you here? Like, what keeps you here? What are you doing here? And they may have died in a completely different spot. Like, why would they come back to this instead of going maybe to a family member? Or, how does, in your psychic experience, medium experience, why do they go back to somewhere that they're...
That's what I'm saying. It's not really always a good thing that they're here.
Right.
Sometimes it's that they're stuck because they don't want, you know what I mean? They don't mean to be, or like stubbornness or something. And that's why I always am saying, like, I want to help them cross, because it's not always good to be stuck. It sucks that they're stuck.
Right. But don't they go to they would go somewhere where they're familiar, don't you think?
Not always.
Like,
no.
I don't understand how if somebody was in the military and say was on the train, died on the train, how would they know to come to back to this space where they could feel comfortable?
It's just something traumatic would happen, and like I said, sometimes it's mentality of something, like say somebody, okay, I'll give you an example. Say
Please.
somebody is, I don't know, an addict or something, and this doesn't happen to everybody who's like this, okay, and has this really stubborn mentality or something, okay, and this mentality, and they create this, I don't know, they really want to believe that there's a hell, I don't know, and so they create this, and then they pass, and they are just create this. They don't pass over because this is what they've created for themselves. So now they're stuck in this. And now they're in this lower vibration, and they're almost kind of created that for themselves, almost like their own little version of that. Now they're stuck in this. And that's why they're at this lower level. That's why they haven't passed over to the other side where they can be free of all that. That's why you get these lower level things that people always think are demons or whatever, which I don't
That's a
believe
normal
in. You know
noise
what I mean? That's why those things happen.
I was just going to say,
Haunted places, stuff like that.
and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't mean to talk for you, but like Jenny said, let's say they died in North Ogden, right? Why would they be stuck in this building? Is there something that might attract them here, or how does that work?
Attach to energy. They will attach some people will attach to people's energy. If somebody's super negative, or they will attach to that energy. They'll go to where that stuff is. That lower level stuff attaches to that kind of energy, and they'll attach to where that stuff is. It's hard to explain. I know. I have blog posts about this stuff that goes deeper into it, but
that's one of the biggest questions that I think as paranormal investigators that we have is why is a certain spirit in a certain spot? And not that they don't, if they choose to be there, I mean, we're not going to ask them to leave if that's where they want to be, but the thing is the connection between if it was a wreck and why they're here at the Union Station. Why do they, if he worked here, I could understand, or had some kind of connection to the Union Station itself or to the railroad, that would make more sense to me, because that's maybe where he's comfortable and what he sees as, that it's okay that I'm here. But I think that if I were to pass away tragically, I would try and find my way out of that. But it seems very like he's very comfortable here, has his own space here. So
he doesn't know any different.
But see, that's what confuses me is like, I agree. It's hard for me to get my mind around the idea of why here.
Well, yeah, because
if he
your
died
mind
on the
doesn't know
railroad.
any different. Your mind is science. Your mind can't process the other side because you can't see the other side. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He doesn't know any different, just like the kids don't know any different. Trying to get them to pass is always a goal, because if they knew any different, they wouldn't want to be stuck.
Sure.
Nobody would.
Okay, I'm hearing the scale. I'm going to walk over here for just a minute.
That's probably somebody downstairs.
There shouldn't be anybody else in this area, Farrell.
Was it if somebody was injured and they brought them in here for first aid or whatever, and then they passed? That doesn't necessarily mean they're stuck here because this is where they passed.
No.
So whether or not there was a morgue here is pretty much irrelevant to the haunting.
No, that doesn't matter. It's hard for your brain to process stuff.
Okay.
It's hard for anybody's brain to process any of this stuff unless you can see it. I know it's really hard for anybody to understand that. But your brain, just like I said, it's science. So if you can't see it, your brain's going to be like,
Doesn't exist.
yeah, you're nuts, or
So
it does, yeah, it's not there.
you say that there's a group of children right, all over. Are they aware of one another?
Yeah.
Or are they just like,
They've been playing together.
oh, so they're aware of each other?
So they're like a group of kids that hang out together here.
Yeah.
And they're aware that we're here,
Oh, yeah.
but we're not aware of them.
Well, you are. You felt.
Oh, so, no, we're going to talk about something else. So,
Scaredy cat.
You felt your arms.
so,
Stand up on the stage.
You felt the energy, just admit it.
so, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I have other questions that are more important. So when we go in there, Are they like trying to get our attention and trying to connect with us, or do they give a care if we're there or not?
No, well, yeah, of course they are. It's a game to them. It's fun for them. They like to do that.
Get my attention?
Or try to.
They ain't got my attention.
Yes,
They
they
did.
did.
All right, well.
You lie. You lie like
You're
a
not going to
rug.
say it on camera, but it
Okay, well, that's very interesting about this. And I will say that there is, again, there is a connection with the man here that we have some actual evidence for. Also, the children. There's one other place that, well, two other places that I would like to get your impressions on. So if you're okay to move. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're actually going to be going down into the basement at the Union Station, and this is something that a lot of people don't necessarily see.
This is super cool.
So I am going to turn on the lights, though, because it's very dangerous for us if we don't. So.
The stairs are kind of wicked narrow.
can already feel.
Yeah, there's going to be no ghosts if the lights are on.
True. Jeez, Farrell, you're so silly.
You forgot cute.
Okay, so I'm going to just let you go through.
I will tell you there's some cardboard cutouts in some of these rooms. that
Yeah,
don't
there
let
are,
him
because
scare
it
you.
made him pee his pants
Yeah,
last
I've
time.
jumped a couple times.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just going to wait for you to pick up on something, and then I'll get in your way.
You're always in the way. You
I
don't have to do anything special.
Well, this one doesn't want me to see, but I can feel a woman down here. I don't know why she doesn't want me to. These safes are cool. There's a mail down here too.
There's what?
There's a mail down here too.
Oh, I thought she said the mail was down here, and she said a mail was here.
A mail. Okay.
That's different than
Not
the
lots
mail.
of mail that has to go out to be delivered. Gotcha.
You're kind of freaking me out.
No, sorry, because she won't, there's a female down here that she won't let me see her, but she's like, kind of like running from me. So when that happens, I'm like trying to always like entice them to come talk to me. And then there's a male down here too. So I was just trying to, but they don't want to talk to me.
Try and focus on the mail a little bit if you would, if you can, please. I'm interested in the idea of the mail. Not for any reasons like you're thinking. This is a family show. Just keep it clean. Those are natural noises. That's
Yeah,
the
no.
original foundation, so a lot of noises come
I
from
don't know
there.
why they're,
Sorry. This is part of the scale,
It
correct?
is. That's the bottom carrier of the scale.
That's where the...
Yep, that's
Okay.
the bottom portion of it.
So, do you remember, okay, so was this was originally here always, right? This part?
This is the original part of the building, yes.
So was there a fire down here?
There was a fire and there are remnants of it, yes.
Sorry, he's going, shoot, shoot.
Who is I am?
No, this guy. I don't know why I feel like he was trapped. And I don't know if it was because he was trapped down here when it happened or if he was trapped in one of these rooms when it happened. And he's like trying to kind of explain to me that because he's going back and forth like he was trying to get out. Like a panic, kind of like he was trying to get out. And he's kind of making me feel this anxiety, like, and he's kind of going back and forth, back and forth. He's kind of showing me like what he was trying to do. And I don't know. Sorry. I'm just
Oh, no,
gonna
go ahead. We'll follow you.
I don't know. I think something happened where he got trapped down here during a fire. Sorry, can I ask you to validate any of what he's telling me, or do you know anything about what he's trying to tell me about being trapped down here during something?
Not to my knowledge. There is a connection with a male and a fire, but the fire did not cause his death.
Okay, did being trapped down in something, because he's making me feel like a panic and going back and forth, and I'm feeling like a very flushed feeling and a panic feeling from him.
Can you ask him his name if he would be willing to discuss that?
He's showing me the letter A. Do you have records of who it was?
I do.
Sorry, I'm like super
You're
hot
fine.
right now.
Take your
Do your
time.
thing, it's all right. No.
And it's really hot down here because it's weird because the basement is always opposite of what's going on
spirit
outside. So if
doesn't
it's
help,
cold outside,
so.
it's hotter than a mother out
Well,
here.
you're standing next to me.
Vice versa
Yeah,
during the
it's
winter.
definitely you, not spirit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ready.
It happens sometimes on spirit,
I'm sure.
anyways. Are you aware of the woman that's down here too?
I am.
Is there? Oh, sorry. Okay, she won't talk to me, but he's telling me there's a G name connection to her.
A G name?
Yes.
Okay.
She won't talk to me.
Okay.
She's almost freaked out that we're down here. Doesn't really want us down here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like she just is like, mm-mm. But I feel like he was trapped something, like he. It's about all I'm getting though.
Okay.
About all of disclose.
So there is evidence of a possible male and the evidence of a possible female. Anytime we do investigations down here, we do try and contact a man. And then we've also been down here and we've had contact with who we believe to be a young female. How young, we don't know, but she likes jewelry.
She's in her 20s.
Okay. She likes to play with the jewelry. Like, we thought it was maybe a little girl at first, but then the more that we do research and the more that we, try and connect the dots down here, it's almost like a young female, but she likes jewelry. She plays with bracelets. She plays with things that are on necklaces. We've actually had that happen to one of my investigators. We were sitting right here, and she had this bell on her necklace, and the bell was ringing on her necklace. And so, yeah, I don't know the name of the female. When you said G name, that kind of brought up something for me historically. But as far as Mr. Yenser, does that sound familiar to you at all? Can't give me a first name? Okay, so he wasn't trapped. Historically, what happened was that when the fire happened, no one died in the fire, not one person. But because of the fire had happened, it destroyed a lot of the building. So they were doing reconstruction on the building, and actually one of the big 250-pound cornerstones, or one of the stones from the tower, the clock tower, fell and crushed him.
Oh,
So I don't know if that's a trapped feeling that you're
I think
talking
that's a
about.
trap.
And I don't know if he was even aware. Like, I don't know how quickly it happened, if maybe the panic feeling is trying to get away from it, or I don't know. But
I just felt really
that's what
hot,
happened
panicky
to
kind
him.
of a feeling.
But that's who we try and contact down here. The gentleman that we try and talk to is Frank Yenser, and he was a ticket taker, and that's how he died, is that fell on him. So we don't try and contact him anywhere else in the building because he doesn't tend to be anywhere else in the building. But we think maybe he likes the originality. This is what he remembers. This is what he sees. This is what he's used to. So this is where we try and talk with him.
Gotcha.
So we've actually had voices before. We've had a lot of male voices. I've had a male breathe in my ear before. We've had an EVP or a ghost box session. It's something that speaks to us. We say, who's down here? And we've had the name Frank.
He's all over the place. He has a ton of energy. He was back and forth, back and forth.
And he was an immigrant, so he wasn't, I don't remember his age when he passed away. He did have a wife and 2 children. So I don't know, he wasn't young, but he wasn't an old man either, so I'm
It doesn't
middle-aged.
really matter age now. Age isn't really a thing, whether you passed or when he passed away. He's got a lot of energy wise. So
Right.
yeah.
And he may have as a ticket taker, having to be, on the ball and ready to go. And so maybe the back and forth was, part of the job. I don't know. But the fire didn't actually affect this area, but there are some places around the original foundation and stuff that you can see the remnants of the fire. So interesting. I like that you picked up on the female because we really don't have a lot of information about her. But if it's who I think it may be because you just said that G name, I'm going to try and speak to her later today.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I'd like to
To
get
the
your
female?
Speak to the female.
Your information from you. Maybe just if that you end up
Yeah.
information from her, then let me know.
I don't want to say her name
Becca,
just because
don't.
I want you
Yeah.
guys to go. I have to go because I'm about ready
Yeah,
to go
don't
on.
tell me anything,
Nope,
'cause
I'm
I
not
wanna
going to
do this again.
Exactly. And what I want you guys to do is while I have to go get ready for my tour, I want you guys to go upstairs and just let her walk around up by the old timers room and see if there are any names or any connections that you get up there.
Okay.
And then I would love to chat with you a little bit later if
Yeah.
that's cool.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to go do my tour. So if I catch you guys along the way,
Go away,
you're
Jenny.
more than welcome to come on the tour with me. You get to hear all my fancy. You can't come, but you get to hear all my fancy stories and all the cool things that I get to talk about on my tour.
Well, all right, let's do it.
Okay.
Can I have a blanket and maybe pillow and
He's just going to need a tissue. He just needs a tissue. Just a tissue.
remember it's all brick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I do remember. Yeah, I don't feel very great. I know that.
So
Place that you can pick up on.
I just feel super nauseous.
and what is the nauseous feeling? Why do you
There's
get that?
lower level stuff, lower level energy. Just makes me sick.
Really?
I
So
usually block it.
when you go away, like you have this nauseous feeling, it's like when you go away and leave, does the nauseous feeling go away or does it stay with you?
Yeah. So normally I have my guides, my spirit guides block lower level stuff. So I usually don't contact this stuff. So when I have them not block it for this stuff, it makes me sick.
So, anything? What are you picking up on?
Yeah, and there's stuff down here too, but there.
Let's go down there. Where you
Sorry,
pull the
there's a
strongest
mill
here?
that's down right here, and then there's kids that just ran that way, down by that exit sign, across that way. Sorry, my water's all.
That's all right. So,
There's a mill that's sitting right there on that, right here, on that
What?
little heater thing.
he's sit like on that bench or he's just standing there? Or?
Yeah. Darker skin male. And then, like I said, there's kids down at the end of that hall trying to lead me that way.
That actually goes into the old timers room.
I don't know what the old timers room means.
It's just a big room.
Um,
So any
yeah, I don't,
Go ahead.
I don't know. He just,
Is there a story with him or is he just kind of?
he's making me sick. I know that. He doesn't want us up here. He looks through these windows a lot. I know that.
Why would they not want us up here?
This is his space.
So
This is his area.
kind of territorial then.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why he just keeps trying to tell me to look through the windows.
There's that window there and then there's another one there and another
Is
one
there, has he been seen through the windows? Do you know?
I don't know. That's something we can ask Jen.
Okay, remember that.
Okay.
Because he's making it very known that, like, the windows are his area. So, to me,
You almost act like you're hesitant to walk that
I know
way.
because he's trying to lead me. I think he's the one. Remember last time we were here, and I've been telling you guys like that I felt really, really sick down that stairwell down there. That's where he's leading me. So I think he's the one that's.
So why would he lead you a particular way?
I think that's him. That's that way.
Like trying to
Show me.
shoo you out or trying to show you something?
I think I think he's trying to show me that was him that was making me sick that day.
Oh.
I think that he's super territorial of this area.
But I mean, if they are aware that we're here,
Doesn't
But
mean
we're not-
doesn't mean they like it.
yeah, I know because there's people you don't like
Right.
in general.
It's like their house.
But so it's almost like we're walking into somebody's living room. Hey,
On
what's
my
up?
house.
They're like, what are you doing here,
Wiping
dude?
our feet on their carpet.
Okay.
They are,
No, I get what you're saying. I was going to say,
It's
if
his
we're
house.
not no harm to them, but I never thought it.
Doesn't mean that this isn't their area.
Yeah, I never looked at it as,
But-
it's like someone walked into your house, they wouldn't mean no harm to you, but you're like,
Right.
what's your problem? You know,
Right,
yeah.
get out of my house.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more
Can
sense.
we walk this way?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. You just
Sorry.
acted hesitant, so I didn't know if you wanted to walk there or not.
Yeah, I don't want to be sick, but we gotta go down here. He's not freaking me out or anything, but it just makes me sick.
No, you acted hesitant. so
Yeah,
I'm-
but ask her if he's been seen through the windows,
I will.
because he's made up very well known that he looks through the windows. Ugh. Yeah. This way.
Now, there's a stairwell right in here.
There was?
There is.
Yeah, down this way, to the left.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's kids in this room. Is there,
This is the old timer's room.
Okay.
Actually, is this the old
This
timer's room
is
as well? There's the
Not
old
this
timer's room.
stairwell. Is there one down here? Stairwell down all the way this way?
I think that's the only one, but I don't know. We can walk down and see. But this is the old timer's room. Jen wanted us to come up here.
There's kids in there.
That's my phone dinging, sorry.
That's okay. Is there another stairwell down
I don't
this
know.
way?
Should we go down and see?
Yeah.
All right. Don't worry, Missy, I'll protect you.
I'm not scared of ghosts.
Me
I
either.
see them all day, every day.
Yes, there's a stairwell. About $200, because, yep, right there. That's the one.
Where he's leading me.
And that's where we want you to go.
Doesn't mean we need to, but that's where he
No, that just goes
He
outside.
goes from that hall to here. Mm-hmm. That's his area.
Yeah, that just goes right outside. If you take a right,
He
you're
hangs on
outside.
this stairwell and that hallway. That's his area.
So like this whole area is his.
Yeah, but not like he doesn't hang out on this hallway. He just hangs out on this stairwell and that main hallway where the
Uh-huh.
windows are.
And any particular reason, I mean, I know you don't know why, but is he just stuck?
Yeah, he's stuck. They're all stuck. I'm sneaking in here one day and
Mhm.
freeing all these kids.
This is the old timer's room.
Oh. There's a lot of kids in here. It made me sad.
They're just chilling.
They like the mirror.
Talk about the mirror. Because I know a
They
little
like
bit of
the
history in the
mirror.
mirror, but I'll let Jen talk about that, but they like the mirror.
I bet you people have seen stuff in that mirror. Because they play with the mirror. They're telling me. I bet you that there's history with people seeing stuff in
I'm
that
gonna
mirror.
take a picture with you and I in the mirror.
I bet you if you take a picture that either you're gonna see something or I bet you
Yeah,
people
you're
have
gonna see
seen
you,
stuff
me, and
move.
Bill. You're gonna see you, Bill, and I watch.
But I
Another one.
bet you that
'Kay.
they've either seen things move or other things there in the picture and in history of that because they mess with that mirror.
And what's the attraction of the mirror? Is there anything? It's just a mirror because they're just kids and it's
Mm-hmm.
shiny.
Yeah, they like this room. I bet you below they hear a lot of
Footsteps.
from this floor too. And I can smell fire so bad up here. They like the windows too.
So just
Sorry, they're just leading me over to the windows too. I think that people see things out of the windows a lot. And then there's a woman that kind of hangs out with the kids up in this room too.
she like their caretaker or something, or is she just here with them?
Yeah. No, there's a woman that kind of takes care of the kids. She wasn't downstairs, but I saw her in the hallway, and then I see her now in here. So there is a woman that hangs out with the kids. So they're not really alone, which makes me feel a little bit better, but I still don't want them here.
So it's just in this room. There's children.
And a woman
And a
that I
woman.
have seen. She's
And-
got a protective fill over him, which, like I said, it makes me feel a little bit better, but
So the children are drawn to the mirror.
Yeah,
Is there
the mirror.
anything else in this room that they're attracted to as much, or is it just the
the
windows in the mirror?
mirror.
And you think the windows are just because they can see outside?
Well,
Or-
yeah, and I think that people can see in, and so they like to, mess with people. So if they can get their attention through the mirror, the windows, they're going to do it.
And is that just, hey, I'm here, or is it
Well,
just?
yeah, if you were
'cause-
stuck here, wouldn't you want to mess with people?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
That's what anybody that's stuck here is going to do. So
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
just
there's not a
because
lot
they're
of,
kids' spirits doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
there's not a lot of cable TV on the other side, I would
No.
imagine.
We're their cable TV. We're their entertainment, so
Yeah.
they're going to get the entertainment where they can get it.
Cool. So the person is attracted to the windows, or is motioning you toward the windows, right?
Yeah, and he's very territorial of this area, like I said.
This is his.
Yeah. I would be surprised if he tried to move these. That's
If
probably
one,
why
of,
they're.
if one of them pictures moved, I would probably pee.
You'd probably pee.
Yeah.
That would be my favorite.
Okay, so what do you think? What are your impressions of the building now that you've been through it? And there's a couple other things that we saw that we need to talk about later.
Okay, yep, absolutely.
But what are your impressions of what you have felt and or seen or heard or?
There's a lot of energy and a lot of history here.
True.
Lots.
So how close was Misty to some of the stuff that she?
I was actually impressed. You know, like I told Misty before we went on cameras, I'm kind of on an opposite side, and that's purposely because I do the research and I do the investigation, but I like the impressions of people who can give me more information. And actually, she was spot on a couple of things. I'm just waiting to hear if you came up with a G name. So I would be very interested to hear that later.
Yeah.
We didn't get a G name, but by all means, we would love to come back and do some more of this.
I would love to have you
There's
because
so
you
much
know,
more energy that like I didn't talk about that I still picked up. I just was going with the more prominent stuff, you know.
right,
So
and
there's so
is
much more here.
Yeah, there's a lot of dominant stuff and things that we probably don't even know because we concentrate on a lot of, you know, the specific things that we know about historically. But at the same time, I'm sure there's a lot of things that we don't know, and I would be happy to explore with you.
Oh yeah.
All right, very good. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Jenny, just out of curiosity, because we've never addressed this, what is your paranormal team? What's your investigation team?
The name of my team is the Paranormal Investigations Team of Utah. It's a super long name, so we just say the PI Team of Utah. And we have been around for a long time. I didn't start the organization, but I am the director now. So we are here at night at the museum, and I appreciate you guys coming down and being part of it. It's a very important thing for our community. So thanks for participating. Any other questions about?
No, I just
About
didn't
me?
want to give a plug. No, I know more about you than I care to.
He doesn't want to know any more than he already does.
All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Misty, you have a website, correct? If you want to go ahead and plug your...
You can find me on Facebook. Just do Misty Overdine Psychic Medium on Facebook, and I will pop up.
Yes.
That's what find me
Awesome.
So, she seems to know what she's talking about. If Jen says it's legit, it must be legit.
Yeah, we'll get together. She and I will talk a little bit more about the specifics, but it was interesting. So thanks a bunch.
Cool, thank you.